First off, most all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of James and all the brothers in the highways and the byways in the work of the most and sincerity and in truth. Master Shalom. Alright, today we are going to do something on the Maxine Zine, because I know you know what we mean when time we say Maxine, because I know YouTube already pick up certain things and them are shut down channel when they mention certain things, because it's a big conspiracy out there and they're protecting the Maxine and the Rona, right? So you're out here in Jamaica, the Zine, you have a whole heap of powerful people or important people in Jamaica pushing the people to get the Maxine, because based on everything that is happening now, our people, we don't believe in the Mona Zine, because based on what we see on the news from when Mona just start, right, our people realize that something don't sit well with them with this Mona Zine. So they're coming in now with this Maxine Zine that they want the people to take, and the people don't see the sense taking the Maxine, because the destruction that the Mona, the pandemic that is going on, our people don't see it necessary, because it don't seems like a pandemic Zine, but a pandemic Zine. So what our government is doing are most is using most of these superstars, entertainers, important people to push influential people to push them to take the Maxine, because they want to max most of the people, Salakia Zine. So we are gonna read the article, because this person by the name of Bounty Killer Zine, him tell himself him is the poor people governor. Him is the leader for poor people in Jamaica. That is a self-proclaimed poor people governor. Zine, now Bounty Killer is endorsing the Maxine, right? So we're gonna go into the article and bring out some scriptures towards this, because the scripture go against these so-called leader who tell themselves that they are the leader for the people, but them come to feed them own belly.
That's right.
Right?
This is an article, Dancehall Mag News. It's the headline stated that Bounty Killer endorses C19 Maxine ahead of Spain show with Beaneman. Right. So it's in what many may see as an uncharacteristic move, Bounty Killer has become the second dancehall stalwart after Shaggy to urge his fans to take the job.
Right, and because Bounty Killer him always a speak out for poor people, and poor people, the people got an eye, them have common sense, and them see that something is not right. This is the reason why the article says it is uncharacteristic, because usually when they come out and a lick out on something like this,
right,
we are going to oppress the people, we are going to damage the people. Right? Continue.
Right. In stark contrast, the anti-Max sentiment of Sizzla Bujuman, Dan Spragga Benz, Tony Rebel, Chronixx, Kabaka Pyramid, and even reggae legend Lee Scratch Perry.
Right, because some entertainer lick out on it. Some entertainers say the conspiracy behind this Maxine, yeah?
Right.
Right, so some entertainers against it. Right? Continue.
So it's last night the Warlord, right?
The Warlord is another name for Bounty Killer, self-proclaimed Warlord, that time stage name.
So categorically told his fans to get inoculated on a post he made of a flyer of the Soundsplash Meet shutdown show scheduled for Ibiza, Spain from October 1st to the 4th, 2021, which will feature himself and Beaneman in performance.
Right, go on that scripture up. Got the scripture yeah? You know the scripture.
This is
right, because what them are doing, the thing is, them realize say most of our people A sheep, yeah, they most realize the most of our people are sheep, them just need somebody to lead them. Right? So in time what them do them get, cause most people them it's like them not have a mind for themselves and them not think for themselves, and the government know this. See? Them not make a decision based on what them see or based on the common sense of the situation, or if them people that say it's not real, see, or something wrong with it. If them see somebody higher in power, somebody important pushing it, them follow suit here. That's how our people think. They don't make a decision based on that, they make a decision based on the people. Right? They make a decision based on the people who are push it, the important people who are push it. Right? So, read the scripture there.
It says Isaiah 9 and verse 16 says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err.
Right, so believe it or not, Bounty Killer is a leader of the people, because when him speak in Jamaica, most people listen, because most people think him stand up as a man in power. Right? Him stand up for the rights of the people, him stand up for poor people. As him say, the poor people governor. Right? So the scripture said the leaders of these people cause them to err. And that's the way I do know when I go tell poor people, say, yo, take the vaccine. You see? Hey, I tell the people in the area, because there is no need. There is no need for a vaccine when we have an immune system, yeah. Right? What you need? What the purpose of that vaccine? What the purpose of that vaccine, yeah? Right? Continue.
Right. Say, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Right, and they that are led of them are destroyed, because give me the yo, scripture perfect, yeah. Zine, because guess what? I'm not going into that yet. Continue that.
I said, therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall he have mercy on their fatherless and widow, for everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer.
Right.
And so, every mouth speaketh folly.
Alright, all of them money, them are hypocrite, yeah. You might think them with the poor, and you might think them stand up for the poor, just like the government of Jamaica, yeah. Right, we come out now with some stiffer measure, some stiffer restriction upon the people. Right, them are oppressive people, yeah. Right, them are oppressive people, and them wonder most of the time where we go out and we talk and we look that way. You see, in the scripture says, surely oppression make it a wise man mad. Hey, we are oppressed right now, yeah. Right, the so-called white man, he might use our people and oppress we every single day, yeah. With this pandemic, will not make no sense. This pandemic no make no sense. Right? You finish that up?
It's for all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is still stretched out.
Gone. Alright. Back in that article.
So, down that article, it's a while. Many fans cheered and posted fire icon. Right?
Gone.
There were many who took him on.
Right, see, so you have people, you have most of the people who cheer and post fire icon. They say, yes, if Bounty Killer say, them are going to do it. Right? That's exactly where the government wanted. That's exactly where the elite know. Say most of these people them are going to follow the man them were set in power over the people, the celebrities. Right? In first them that use Usain Bolt, Zane, about this COVID-19 and all it bullshit, and one bag of mix up come out about that. Zane, right? Them know say if them use them celebrities here, enough people are gonna follow. Zane, but the scripture where brother read a while ago said them that are led of them are destroyed. Right? Yeah, next scripture. Oh yeah, look at something. Oh, you start again? Find about the article. Oh, you can't find about the article?
No, I can't find it.
No, you can't read from this stuff.
Okay.
Next scripture, man.
Which one you want? The Zeke, which one you want?
You have one in Isaiah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Alright, so this is Isaiah 5. It's okay. Isaiah 3, a matter of fact, and verse 6. He said, when a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father.
We'll find a scripture there. Still okay. Isaiah much tree?
Yep.
Not how much?
And verse 6.
6?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, so this is Isaiah 3 and verse 6. So when a man shall take hold of his brother of the house of his father, saying, Thou hast clothing, be thou O ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be an healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing. Make me not a ruler of the people.
Con.
Right? And basically, in other time to come, and what the Lord promises, death, famine, and destruction, man, right, upon this land. So, when you reach those days, man, all of these men, these prominent or these influential men where people look up to, right, this is going to be the sentiment of a lot of them, man. Right, because a lot of them in a rulership position or influential position. When it come down to the point, see, them now want to no longer hold the role, man, or the position.
Because them also say, oh, this thing now go according to their plan,
exactly,
especially in Jamaica. Right?
See, so them now no longer hold that sentiment, say, yo, look, these poor people governor or the prime minister or whatever it may be, because guess what? A lot of these men out there in the streets, man, them will come check these leaders.
Con.
You know what I mean? Them will come page them leaders when stomach hungry and all of that, man.
Con.
You know?
Con. As I read that, brother, you can give me St. John 10. See, because them people only pretend love you. See, them people don't really care for people, yeah?
It says,
let's tell if we start.
yeah, start at 11.
Can.
This is St. John 10 verse 11. So I am the good shepherd, right? And the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
Right.
But he that is an hireling.
Right, because this is what all of them entertainers are the way I say how for take the Maxine, right? Including our government here. Them are Ireland. See, they don't really care about the people. They don't really care about the health of the people. See, because if them really care about the health of the people, them won't even grant immunity to the creators of the vaccine, the vaccine. See, them won't grant immunity to those people.
Right. And the reason why Bounty Killer tell the people them to go take the job is because he want to fill him one pocket, man. Because Bounty Killer money right now doing it down. And he needs to get some more shows and all of them things, man. So he want to look out for the interests of himself.
Right, he don't really care about the people.
Care about the people.
Right? Even though in some countries them suspend jobs, seeing, but them push it in our country. Why if them suspend jobs in a different countries, why them gonna bring that to Jamaica, and why you gonna push poor people or push the people them to get it? That means something is wrong with the vaccine, yeah? Or you gonna influence the people to get the vaccine and other countries are pull it. Right? Continue.
So but he that is an hireling and not the shepherd. Right? So whose own the sheep are not. See the wolf come in and leave the sheep and flee.
Right.
Right?
And that fit back with the scripture with the reader.
Exactly, man, because them go flee. They're not going to be a leader no more, man. Because guess what? Society going to break down. And the hungry the people is, man, they might come at the leaders, man.
You have a saying, say, yo, when the poor can't find out else to eat, they might go eat the rich. Right?
See, so it's see the wolf coming and leave the sheep and flee, and the wolf catch them and scatter the sheep. Right? The hireling flee because he is an hireling and care not for the sheep.
Right. So all of them big politicians and them entertainers, hey, when the time come, when shit really hit the fan, them gonna flee left the people, yeah.
Right.
Them money don't have no care, them don't have no love for the people. Right, them money are wicked as hell, them money only care for them own pocket, yeah? Right?
Verse 14 says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine.
Right, so the only somebody if you look for guidance, only somebody if you look for certain salvation is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's how we need to turn to. Right? You don't say something, man?
No, basically that I say, man, because right now we are the voice of the Lord, man, crying out, you know, and to your people, man. So, you know, a lot of people that ignore our voice because, you know, we're not bound to kill the Prime Minister, whatever, man. And, you know, but look, we in at that time, the scripture said then they are going to be known who are my chosen.
Right, then they are going to know. Right. Because the thing is, you know, we can give me that scripture then, Ezekiel. If the prophet be deceived, I think that's 13 and something like that. 13.
Yeah.
Then, the thing is, everything we are doing, this way we are now, I fulfill prophecy. Then, this way the leaders them do. Then, I fulfill prophecy because the affair of leaders out there talk. Then, for the system certain way, for lead our people down a certain part. Because them also have to fulfill prophecy, because as the brother read the scripture say, oh, the leaders of these people cause you to err. Therefore, in these times, which are the last days, the affair of leaders, we are going to lead the people into area, because the scripture have to be fulfilled. The scripture must be fulfilled. Right? So you have to have them thing here where everybody are play them role, everybody are play them part. In this system, in the Most High movie, right? And the Most High set it up because guess what? 2/3 of our people is slated to death here. So you have to have somebody that lead 2/3 of our people to death and destruction, right? So when you don't know the scripture, then you find yourself a play a certain role, you don't know what type of role you have to play, right? Because we are tell you. Zine, you play the role of one villain right now. When you are moving to play the role of one villain, there is only one reward the villain gets here, and it's death and destruction. Right? So I just fulfill prophecy because the prophecy say, you know, 2/3 of our people is going to be destroyed and 1/3 is going to make it through the fire. Right? So you have to have these leaders and lead out 2/3 of our people to death. Right, so we are going to read the final scripture from the book of Ezekiel.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
13 and 9. No, 13 and that's it. Hold on. 14.
14.
Check 14. No, hold on. 14. Salakia. Yeah, man, 14 and 9.
14 and 9.
Gone.
Yeah. Gone. Anyway, this is Ezekiel 14 and verse 9. It reads, and if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing,
Gone.
I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet.
Right, and you have to believe that the Most High in control of all things, the Most High in control of everything. So the prophet we speak the truth and the prophet we speak the lie, everything will come from the Most High. Right? Everything will come from the Most High because this is the Most High movie. Everything is preordained, everything is predestined, everything is set in motion to fulfill. Right? So everybody is just playing out their role. Right? So the prophet them would like Bounty Killer, Andrew Holness, Zane, the heads of government, the celebrities will come out and say, yo, do this, which is not the right thing. Zane, the Most High set them up to do that so them can lead off a certain amount of people. As what the article say, you have some man that set up lighter and set up thumbs up to Bounty Killer when himself take the vaccine. Zane, so you have certain people, you have people who are going to follow that. Right? So the scripture say, the scripture say in Ezekiel, the prophet say, oh, if the prophet be deceived, I the Lord that deceived that prophet. Right? Continue.
Right, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of Israel.
So the Most High say must stretch out his hand upon these prophets. Just like the Prime Minister, all the celebrities them will speak to the people them for go down the wrong part. The Most High say must stretch out his hand and destroy these people from the face of his people Israel. Right?
And they that bear, they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto it.
Right, so the man them where we say, yo, yeah, we show the lighter and I show the fire and I say, yo, Yes,
big up
Bounty Killer, big up Bounty Killer. You see me, the Most High said just like I'm going to destroy them man, they will lead you off, I'm going to destroy you.
Right.
Because guess what? Everything is set in motion, the Most High movie have to fulfill. You have to have some people who play that prophet, we are going to lead off people, and you have to have some people that follow.
The scripture,
Right?
The scripture say, "I'll let the multitude perish that was born in vain."
Right.
Look, people, the judgment was set. You know, people have to do the actions for the judgment that is written play out now.
Can.
See? So that's what going on right now.
Can.
You know.
Right, you finish that?
Yeah.
Can. So, well, that's it, you know, short and to the point. You see, and direct. You see, because you know, hey, we're in our serious times right now.
Right.
You see? So, you can't say never hear.
Right.
So, when you hear the scriptures like these, you see, you can tell which part in the movie you are playing. Right? So, with that, more say praises and glory. Salakial, praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshai Bashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and all your brothers in the highways and the byways doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Right? And all you sisters out there who watch, Zane, keep watching. Zane and hold firm. Zane brothers hold firm until the end. Zane, so with that, I want to say shalom.